going on, everyone? Back today with some more Subaru stuff, and I know it's been a little while since I posted a video, but I was kind of like battling around the idea of like maybe this isn't a good idea to do this. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna keep doing it just because I don't have anything else to do. So I got a lot done on the Subaru. The engine is in the car, turbo's all there, got everything hooked up, and I'm actually getting ready right now to see if it will start. Now, I only have the downpipe on. I have to like finish cutting off the flange for the rest of the exhaust and welding the flange on in the right spot and welding it up to the downpipe and so on and so forth. Anyways, I'm just super excited. I want to see if it'll start. So without further ado, let's find out. Alright, let's see what she does. Got primed the fuel pump a couple times. I'm gonna figure out what that clicking is. I'm not sure what the hell that is. Man, this injector's like stuck on. That's kind of weird. Let me just set the camera down for a second. What? Now that is strange. Huh. I wonder if I plugged it into the wrong thing or something. Well, I guess I gotta figure that out real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I just had them plugged into the wrong thing. We're gonna see what happens, because they still might be plugged into the wrong thing. I don't really know. Prime that fuel pump a couple times. Alright, I'm just nervous. Oh wait, that's right. I don't have that in here. Let me sit you here for a sec. Here goes nothing. Okay, well, let's make sure we're getting fuel pressure up here. That's gonna be kind of hard to see. I might need another person. Alright, well, finish this some other time. Okay, so, figured out why there's no fuel pressure. This is our cause right here. So these WRXs and STIs have a fuel filter that is inside of the gas tank. And I actually had this problem with another one of my cars. That's why I thought immediately to check this. And go figure, the fuel filter was clogged. So called around to every parts dealership around here and no one has one. So I just took it out. I'm going to put an inline fuel filter in the engine bay somewhere, and the AN fittings that I have up here, I actually already have one because that was my plan for the last car. So it works out, but let's see if we got fuel pressure now. I gotta finish putting it all back together. I just checked, and it does in fact have fuel coming out up here now, so that's good. We weren't even getting fuel out of here before, so should have good fuel pressure. I'm gonna set that there. We're gonna check. Yeah, we got fuel pressure. Alright, now that I made a big mess, we're getting somewhere. I'll tighten that back up, and I'll be right back with you guys in a minute. Alright, so fuel lines are tightened up. Let's make sure we don't have any leaks. Yep, we got a leak. There's a leak. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, well, I'm gonna fix all of the leaks real quick, and then I'll be right back after I get all the leaks fixed. Alright, so unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to start the STI. I gotta make another trip back out to Summit, and I gotta do a little bit more tinkering around. I gotta pull my intake manifold back off and fix some fuel lines. So unfortunately, what had happened was, I don't know if you guys can really, let me get a light. Hopefully this doesn't mess with it. Okay, so this fuel line that comes right off the rail there, that 90, right there. That 90 there, so it's leaking at the fitting. And what I mean by at the fitting is the fitting itself is leaking, and unfortunately these are PTFE lines, so I kind of have to just remake the line because that one up there is also leaking the exact same way. So lesson learned, everybody. Don't buy Amazon and fittings. It's simple as that. Don't buy them. I learned my lesson. I won't do that again. Just go out to Summit and I'll just buy good ones, I guess. So, it's gonna be a little bit longer of a wait, but it's getting there. It looks pretty decent. I mean, for being garage built, I can't really complain too much about it. There's a couple things that I want to change yet. Like, I want to get a different reservoir up here for my coolant, and I think IAG or Perrin or someone makes a nice one that's like really small. It'll fit right in there. And then I want to obviously get a filter on my turbo inlet at some point. And I think I'm going to take this gold tape here that I put up, and I'm going to wrap all of my intercooler piping at some point also, just to kind of keep some temps down for the intake. And I mean, there's going to be a couple different things here and there. At some point I want to get bigger injectors for it, and I don't know, just little things here and there, you know, just a couple little things that I want to do. Maybe different downpipe at some point. I made this one, so it's not exactly perfect by any means, and I'm not going to claim that it is, but it's almost there. Almost there. Alright everyone, so I did go ahead and pull the intake manifold off. I got the fuel line off and I replaced it with a new line from Summit. It's a legit line this time. I think it was Russell, and then I used some new Summit fittings, so hopefully no more fuel leaks. I actually already checked it, so I know there's no more fuel leaks. But anyways, so I know it looks like shit. I don't care, you know, you get what you get. Anyways, I added in a fuel filter, inline fuel filter. I had to replace this fitting also. I had to remake this line. I had to remake this line. New fitting here, new fitting there, new fittings everywhere. And I'll show you, now we got 0 fuel leaks. And the gauge is hard to see, but we're sitting at about 42 PSI. I'm talking to tuner and see if they want it 43.5 like it's supposed to be. But the only thing I have left to do is I gotta fix coolant leak down here and amongst all those hoses, and then put it back together for like the 8th time. Hopefully there's no more fuel leaks, because I'm really getting tired of working on this thing. I just want it done. I'm tired of it being in my garage. I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of working on it. I'm tired of seeing it. I want to drive it. Piper wants to ride in it, and I'm over it. That's the point I'm at. I'm over it. Alright everyone, so it is back together for now. I'm sure I'm probably gonna have to take it back apart again, but I only got 6% battery on my GoPro, so let's see if it starts. Oh, I'm a little nervous about this. I gotta prop the camera up because, bro, that thing is definitely leaking back there. I can hear it. I'll try it anyways. Yeah, that's what I figured was gonna happen. So she is officially alive, everyone. Much waited process, I suppose. Anyways, so at the current moment, I gotta get the exhaust connected here, so I have to I gotta shorten this a little bit, probably 3 or 4 inches or so. And I also have to put my wideband in, which is what I'm currently doing up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that wideband in. I'm gonna get it ran up and plugged in, and the wire ran for it. And then I'm gonna come back over to this. I'm gonna cut that down, pull the exhaust back off, re-weld that flange so it lines up with that one. And then hopefully we'll have a full exhaust system hooked up, And I won't piss my neighbors off too bad letting this thing sit here and idle so I can burp the coolant system, but we will see. All right, stay tuned, everybody. It's gonna get real. Okay, so the exhaust is on, and it's almost 9 o'clock, so I got like 10 minutes that I can fire this thing up, and no one can really say anything about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a startup video for you guys with the new exhaust on. Old exhaust that I redid, yeah. Anyways, so I'll go ahead and get you set up for that. 1 sec. Alright, so while the knock did finally go away, couldn't figure out what it was, I got my stethoscope out, and I put my stethoscope down on the clutch fork, listened there, and honestly, that's where it sounded like it was coming from the worst, was like, if I put the stethoscope on the clutch fork, you know, it sounded like it was coming from right there, but I never figured out what it was. I don't have a clue. I wish I could tell you guys what it was, but I really don't. It just kind of went away, so I'm just gonna run with it. And then whenever it breaks, I'm sure I'll figure out what it was. But anyways, as for right now, I got a couple oil leaks, and there's a coolant leak I gotta figure out, which I'm really hoping my coolant leak is not at my water pump, because I really don't want to have to do my timing again. I don't feel like doing it, especially in the car. I mean, it's not hard, it's just, I don't want to do it, you know? But anywho, so I gotta rip off. I already got this one off. I gotta get the bumper off, and then I gotta take off this piece of the charge pipe right there, and then I can get this cover off. I already fixed this one over here. I am a little bit, I'm a little bit slow, and well, I didn't put the cap back on for the cam gear. I'm a dumbass, I know. You can go ahead and laugh, that's fine. I laughed a little bit after I was done being mad at myself for doing something so stupid. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and get all these bolts out here. I think there's like 4 of them. Yeah, I only think there's 4, so I'm gonna get those 4 bolts out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get that cover off, and then hopefully after I get the cover off, I can figure out that I'm hoping the oil leak isn't like a cam seal, because if it's cam seal, then I'm kind of but if it is water pump leaking, you know, cam seal leaking, I'm gonna pull the engine back out. And if I pull the engine back out, then I don't know, I'm probably gonna do a couple more things to it because it's already out, might as well. Next time I was gonna pull it out, I was planning on doing cams because this still has stock cams. I mean, as far as this engine goes, the only stock part left on the whole engine right now is gonna be this intake manifold, this throttle body, and the stock STI cams. Other than that, it's totally, I mean, the case halves are stock because I can't afford IAG, but other than that, I mean, it's pretty much like mildly fully built, if that makes any sense, because I don't have top of the line everything, but there are pieces in it that are like not stock anymore. Most of it's not stock. Anywho, we'll go ahead and get that cover off, figure out what the oil leaks are, and I'll be right back. All right, everyone, so don't be like me, all right? Make sure you pay attention and double check everything you do all the time. Triple check it 100 times, check it over, make sure you've done it. Even whenever you think and know that you've already done it, do it again, check and make sure again, because this worries me, because now I'm worried that I forgot to tighten something else along in the engine. But you know what? I guess we're gonna find out. I can't believe that I did that on both cams. Both cams I did that shit on. That's ridiculous. I know that it's kind of hard to pick up on camera, but I'll show you. Right, hold on, give me a sec. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, is what should be on there. Don't ever forget that. Don't be like me. Now I'm gonna have to pull the rest of the covers off and spray the whole belt down and clean it off. because I'm not trying to have my belt slip because of oil all over it. Alright, so that's that one. Now I gotta figure out the coolant leak. So I'm gonna have to go under the car for that. I gotta go grab a flashlight. And I'll show you that in a minute, whenever I figure it out. Alright everyone, back today. It is Saturday now, and unfortunately I could not find another hose for the lower radiator. Where did it go? I don't even know. I just bought one. It's totally wrong. Apparently I already misplaced it, so that's sweet. Anyways, I'm gonna try to use the original one that I have on it already. It's leaking a little bit. I'm gonna try to move the hose clamp, see if I can get it to stop leaking, because I can't find one anywhere. No one has the right one. I'd have to order it, and well, I don't want to wait. So this is what we're gonna do for now. It's a for now. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that clamp up and put the coolant back into the car and hopefully take it around the block. Really hoping I can do that because I want to drive it. All right, everyone. So Tyler came over and gave me a big hand because I didn't have any motivation to work on this thing anymore, and he gave me the kick in the ass that I needed, and we're gonna try to take it on the first drive. We'll see how that goes. This is making me nervous.
Does that weird shit like at idle.
Yeah.
It's not surging at all while you're driving it. So that's cool.